All right, no more cookouts, no more trampolines, no barbecue and stuff. Hell, I'm gonna check every ice cube in my drinks moving forward. Good lord. But I did have fun with Final Destination. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Buddies and Blockbuster. I'm your host, AJ, and we're here to review Final Destination Bloodlines. Well, after 13 to 14 years, we're getting another edition of this series, and y'all have seen the reviews, y'all have seen the Rotten Tomatoes. It is legit, and it's a welcome comeback. I don't think fun or a joyride is the right words for this, but it was entertaining in the most bloodiest way possible, not like the usual entertainment, and it had everything that you expect from a Final Destination movie. I've got to be honest, in terms of recommendation, I know it's super early in the review, but I've got to say, if you're a Final Destination fan, and if you're somebody who likes to enjoy the whole gory, bloody, and a lot of killing, this movie is for you. Y'all will enjoy it. Y'all would close your eyes. Y'all would be on edge. You get everything. And that's exactly what I felt. And plus, I truly believe everybody in the audience had the same feeling. So this edition, as it states in the title, Bloodlines, follows the same path, but it's specific to death being after a set amount of people, which is a lot, who survived an incident that should have killed basically everybody. Whether it's the creative kills, the smashing, the bloodiness, you get it all. And I truly believe that's why this is a welcome comeback, and you feel like, okay, we've been waiting for so long and it delivered. And in terms of the storyline, as you've seen in the trailer, they basically showcase most of the story right there. There's this lady named Iris. She basically saves a lot of people who's supposed to die in this huge incident. It reminded me of the reunion tower in Dallas. I mean, that's the close thing that I can relate to. But everybody, whoever attended the opening of that tower, was supposed to die. But she had the vision, of course, which showcases how everything is going to unfold, the deaths and all that stuff. So she basically saves everybody who attended the event. But when you mess with death, what happens? He's going to come after you in the most baddest way possible. So people have been, whoever survived that incident, have been dying over the past 2 decades. But Iris, who's turned into this badass psychotic granny, has survived it, has her own bunker in the house with all the booby traps and stuff like that. And she has mapped out every single thing based on math on how these kills have happened. She's done a lot of research. But the granddaughter, who plays kind of the lead, Stephanie, she gets these visions to what happened to Iris. And that's how they all reconnect. I mean, yes, there's a lot of family drama happening, of course, but she gets to Iris, and I'll be honest, Iris is a badass granny. I just love her presence, and as when she was there, and the way how she stared death in the eye, and she was like, yeah, do what you want. And then it's more of, okay, Stephanie needs to convince her family that death is coming for each and everybody, but based on the bloodline. You know, folks who are outside of the bloodline, like the husbands or the wives who are not part of that family tree, they're going to be safe. But if you mess with death by saving somebody or by trying to cheat death in a way, you're gonna die. And I just like the whole dynamic of all the characters. Now, don't expect this next level acting and stuff like that. That's not the point of this movie. But I just liked the bond and chemistry with everybody that played their role. They did their part. And I really like those scenes. Is now they know death is coming after us. And how do they protect each other? And they're being cautious every step of the way. It's like, okay, a wind blows and it's like, oh my God, is everything okay? And the directors, Zach Leposky and AdamBStein, I think they did a great job in keeping you on edge, because you honestly don't know what's going to happen next. And I think that's brilliant, because you need to have that feeling in this movie. So from a storyline perspective, it's what you expect from these movies, and it matched the theme of the whole sequencing of these deaths and the creative thought process of every kill that happens. Yeah, you're going to find a lot of smashing, you know, and maybe a couple of you might think, okay, are they running out of ideas now, throwing stuff at each other? And at the end of it just that's what's happening. But there's a couple of deaths, couple of sequences where the kills is just so brutal and next level. And sometimes I couldn't watch. I was closing my eyes. It was just too much. And I think the whole theater was on edge for the entirety of this movie. So overall, I believe, as a guy who's watched the other Final Destination movies, I think this is a joyride in the most bloodiest way possible. If you're a fan of this franchise, and if you're in the bucket of you're okay to take this gore and stuff, you should go watch it in the theater and give this a watch. Now, if you're not in that bucket, this is not for you. If you don't have the stomach to go through these tests, because I'm telling you right now, it's very gory, it's bloody. you know. And for the folks who are taking their kids and stuff, it is R-rated. Just letting you guys know. Just think about, you know, Terrifier 3 and stuff like that. It gets to that level, and there's a lot of blood. Just keep that in mind if you're taking your kids. It's your choice, but it's my fair warning to you. So for the folks who've watched Final Destination Bloodlines, where do you rank this movie out of all the other movies? Is it up top or somewhere in the middle? Let me know in the comments, and as always, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and share.